We know the statistics are that 98% of students are accessing some form of their learning online. There's no doubt about it that online learning is here as a very large phenomenon.
The pace of life continues to increase. Online learning just fits into that. You can focus on your career, focus on your family, focus on that thing that you're passionate about.
The important thing is that the power of learning is more and more in the hands of the people who are the learners, which is fantastic. People are able to say, look, I've got more than one choice in terms of what I want to study. Part of that is an opportunity to dip into education across their lifetime.
And we're committed to working with our partner institutions to provide the best online experience for you. Open Universities is here to help students overcome the traditional barriers of education so that they can combine study with the other commitments on their time, whether it's working, whether it's raising families.
The interesting groups that we're seeing that I think are fascinating for us are the ones that are engaging in higher education that might not have participated before because it's opened up new opportunities for them.
Students can study individual subjects with us, they can study a part of a degree, they can study full degrees. They can study at any time of the year. They can study with up to 20 different providers that we've got, so they can choose all the courses of any of those providers and make up the study that meets their particular needs. So that flexibility that we give, I think, is second to none. People living in rural and remote communities will have just the same opportunity as people living elsewhere in Australia to stay in their communities, to continue to contribute, to raise their families while studying and getting just the same quality of education as students across the rest of Australia.
We've seen a shift towards more and more intuitive interfaces. So the technology is not getting in the way of the learning, it's actually supporting the learning, and it's fantastic to see that change in that experience of education.
We're finding ways of enhancing the learning experience by using things like game playing, chat forums, virtualisation technologies. We've been showing a lot of growth in recent years, and I think generally as the population in Australia and overseas becomes more familiar with the potentiality of the internet, that growth of online learning as a valid form of study will just continue.
What I'm really pleased to see is that over the course of 20 years, globality and mobility are really the signature of our age. People, when they're learning, but also when they're working, they're expecting to be mobile not only locally but globally.
I think the way Open Universities works is one of the most interesting and exciting things about the business I'm in. We're a partnership between a number of universities and other learning bodies with a business that's really focused on responding to what the market needs, whether it's the needs of individual students or major employers, to talk to them about what opportunities we can provide for them and for their staff to increase their staff's learning in either in new areas or in deepening their skills in existing areas. We're learning a lot about how we can be even more flexible and work productively with those employers for the good of their staff and for them.
Online study traditionally, many people have interpreted as the uploading or provision of reading materials or static resources. I think that's what it meant in the past. Online study now really means a dynamic relationship between a teacher and a learner, and that learner could be in many contexts across the globe.
Follow that dream for something you're doing different than that grind you're in right now. Or that challenge that your boss has given you. Okay, how are you going to find out more about this? Well, maybe you'll find there's a course just for you. I think that combination of technical know-how, engagement with students and employers, and partnership with universities is a really unusual, different and very powerful model.
Education is learner-driven. It's about empowering individuals. It's about using technologies to support more and more people to get more out of education so that they can not only transform themselves but they can transform communities.